Assalamualaikum. I bid to Miss Fauziah binti Muhammad Yunus. My name is Nur Fatina Jiha binti Muhammad Riban. So now, I would like to explain about the topic of foreign exchange market, or also known as forex market. Today, I'm going to discuss the topic one by one, starting with the introduction of foreign exchange market, the functions, structure, and the role of the participants. Without wasting much time, let's get started with the definition of foreign exchange market. So, what is foreign exchange market? Foreign exchange market, or the forex market, is defined as the institution that allows one country's money to be exchanged for that of another country. As the exchange between currencies constitutes a market, forex markets are actually made up of many diverse exchanges. For example, the euro and the US dollar. Besides, it is also referred to a global over-the-counter market that sets the exchange rate for currencies all across the world. The relative exchange rates of various currency pairs can be bought, sold, exchanged, and speculated on by participants in these markets. So, the question is, what is the meaning of over-the-counter? Over-the-counter, or OTC, is the process of how securities are traded via a broker-dealer network as opposed to on a centralized exchange. Forex market is the largest financial market in the world and comprises a global network of financial centers that transact 24 hours a day, closing only on the weekends. Aside from providing a venue for the buying, selling, exchanging, and speculations of currencies, the forex market also enables currency conversion for international trade settlements and investments. Most liquid trading pairs are EUR per USD, USD per JPY, and GBP per USD. Then, in this slide, we will discuss on the foreign exchange functions. Firstly is transferring finance and purchasing power from one nation to another. Converting one currency to another is easily achieved. This transfer was made possible via a number of credit instruments. Telegraphic transfers, bank drafts, and foreign banknotes are examples. The forex market facilitates international payments by clearing debts in both directions at the same time, similar to domestic clearing. Secondly is providing credit for international trade. When foreign bills of exchange are used in international transactions, a 3-month credit is necessary until they mature. Thirdly is making provision for hedging facilities. Buying and selling spot or forward foreign exchange is greatly simplified. Hedging is the process of avoiding foreign exchange risk. There may be a gain or loss to the person concerned if the price of one currency changes. If a company's net claim or net liabilities are large enough to be paid in foreign currency, it takes on a significant exchange risk. Lastly is allowing investors to speculate profit in the market. The investors might estimate on the profit based on market exchange rates. In the forex market, investors assume a risk by attempting to execute a strategy in order to benefit. Investors can exercise control over the currency market and mitigate risk by speculating. So, the next slide is the role of foreign market participants. Before that, I will let you know who are the participants. They consist commercial banks, forex dealers, brokers, multinational corporations, and central banks, and many more. But here, I will add here just these 5 participants' role. For commercial banks, they facilitate currency transactions for clients, conduct speculative trades from their own trading platforms, and the bank's profit is determined by the bid-ask spread. These banks operate at 2 levels, which is retail and wholesale. Whenever a bank buys a currency in foreign currency market, it's simultaneously selling another currency. For forex dealers, they provide constant bid-ask quotes for currency pairs, specialize in a specific currency pair, and conduct trading activities with own money. They interact with one another, which is known as interbank market. Lots of them use their own capital to conduct proprietary trading operations. For brokers, their roles are to directly contact the dealer to secure a favorable pricing of a value to their customers by assisting them in obtaining the best offer. They add value to their clients by helping them to get the lowest buying price and highest selling price by making available quotes from several dealers. Besides, they also create anonymity while trading in forex market. Then, for multinational corporations, MNC, they intend to import and export. Forex transactions are a part of the task and to reduce the danger of foreign currency conversions, which is trade forex. MNCs are the major non-bank participants as they exchange cash flows associated with their multinational operations. They contract either to pay or receive fixed amounts in foreign currencies at future dates. Lastly is central banks, where their roles are influence currency rate from open market activity and interest rate policy and determine the price of its native currency on the foreign market. They frequently intervene to maintain the exchange rates of their currencies. If currency falls out of the given range, they will conduct open market to bring it back in range. Whenever the currency of one country is under speculative attack, they participate extensively in the market to defend their currency. Next, we move to the next slide. It visualizes the example of each participant. So, for commercial bank is Maybank Berhad. Forex dealer is Securities Commission Malaysia, SCM. Next is broker, which is Market.com. MNC, which is multinational corporations, is Petronas, and lastly is Central Bank, which is Bank Negara Malaysia, BNM. We proceed with the foreign exchange structure. They constitute 4 levels, which is central banks, commercial banks, brokers, exporters and importers, tourists, investors, immigrants. Their position and place are shown in the hierarchy figure given. At the bottom of the pyramid are the actual buyers and sellers of the foreign currencies, which is exporters, importers, tourists, immigrants, and investors. They approach commercial banks to buy it. Then, the commercial banks is the second most important participant in forex market. The banks deal in forex as they are quote forex rates for buying and selling of foreign currencies. These banks buy the currencies from the brokers and sell it to the buyers. The third layer of the pyramid is brokers, as they link between the central bank and the commercial banks and also between actual buyers and commercial banks. They are the major source of market information as they strike a deal between a buyer and the seller on a commission basis. And then lastly is the central bank is the apex body in the foreign exchange market. They work as the lender of the last resort and the custodian of country's foreign exchange. Central bank has power to regulate and control the foreign exchange market to assure that it works in the orderly fashion. They also prevent the aggressive fluctuation in forex market. So here, the conclusion is the foreign exchange markets have become the world's most liquid and continuous markets, with trillions of dollars being traded daily. Whether trading in the spot market, futures or option market, the speculators and hedgers can find an instrument and leverage that meet their needs. Foreign exchange markets also play a crucial role in facilitating cross-border trade, investment, and financial transactions. Basically, forex market is a place where big institutions do the international trade. Not to mention that forex markets play with currencies. So here define that weaker domestic currency means that the price you pay for foreign goods will generally rise significantly. It relatively relates to inflation rate in a country. Lastly, in foreign exchange market, a strong exchange rate can depress economic growth as exports more expensive, so less demand for exports. Imports cheaper, so more demand for imported goods. Everything related to forex market depends on how we as the participants participate in the market in terms of buying, selling, exchange or speculate profit. So now I hope that you understand what foreign exchange market is. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for listening.